Okay guys, we are still on this topic on how to cut and sew this beautiful Ankara gown. Yesterday we learned about how to cut it, and today one is going to be how to sew it. You can see how beautiful my own is looking. Very, very beautiful. If you haven't watched yesterday own, please go ahead and do so. Okay, so that you can be able to understand. This is where we stop on the cutting part. So this black crepe you are looking here is the design that is on the neck style. Okay, we stop here. This is where we stopped yesterday. So we are going to be continue from where we stop, how to create the beautiful design that is on the neck part. If you're interested in watching this, just keep watching. Remember, there is Ankara that was attached on the beautiful crepe. So guys, this is my Ankara fabric that is going to be on the neck. You can see it here. I have used the black crepe to cut out, using the black crepe, tracing it out for the neck of this Ankara I'm raising up. So this is how it's going to be laying. Okay, I'll place the crepe on top of it. If I wanted to turn it up with my lining, I'll be using the crepe to I have gone ahead to fold the edge of the crepe. Okay, so next is to attach it on top, sew the edge of the crepe on top of that Ankara design. You can see the way I just cut it out. So that Ankara is about 2 inches longer than the crepe. Okay, so this is how I cut the Ankara out. I first of all fold a little Ankara up, placing that black crepe on it, so you can see the gap different between the black crepe and this Ankara. That is how you're going to cut your own. Make sure that the Ankara is longer than your crepe with two or 2.5 inches. I've gone ahead to attach the black crepe on top of this Ankara. You can see that I have hemmed the edges of that Ankara. I've secured it with my pin, so I'm going to be placing it on top of the main Ankara gown and stitch it together. But the black crepe has now been stitched on top of this Ankara design. Hope you understand. But the neck area has not been turned up. I'm going to be turning it up on top of, together with the long Ankara gown. I don't know if you're understanding my explanation. This is how I'm going to be placing it if I want to turn it up with lining. I have gone ahead to attach the black crepe on top of the Ankara, hemming the edges. Okay, so this is how I'm going to place it. After placing that design, I'll place my lining on top of it, sew the neck, sew the side part, and turn it up. Remember to hem the down part. Now this is the sleeve. I was making this video in the night. This is the sleeve. On the center part of that sleeve gets marked 2 inches, though I later reduce it to 1.8 inches. Mark 2 inches. Now get a little fabric. I cut out a little fabric of about 3 inches, so I'm going to use it to attach on the center point part of that sleeve, on the midpoint of the sleeve. That will be the casing for the strap. You know, the sleeve has this drawstring. So after placing that casing on top of it, I went ahead to stitch in between the casing, making sure that I have two opening on the center part of the sleeve. So that is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch the stripe. So this is the stripe. I've gone ahead to cut two for one sleeve. One sleeve is going to have two or stripe. One sleeve, two stripe. So that will be able to allow me to draw the the sleeve, to gather the sleeve up if I wanted to do this drawstring. So now I'm just going to go ahead and use my safety pin, pinning it up with one of the stripe. So this is the sleeve, and I have my stripe opening into two places there. I'll use my safety pin to pass it through to the other end. After passing it through, I am going to secure the upper part, like the armhole area, the place that stripe came out. I will take it to my sewing machine and stitch on top of it. So for that, we'll be able the stripe not to be coming out. Okay, I'm just showing you what I'm just going to go ahead to do. After that, I'll come back and show us what I am talking about. I'll just insert the stripe, then stitch on top of this upper part I'm touching right now to secure the strap from removing out. All right, but make sure that your sleeve is a little bit free, so don't make the sleeve to be too tight. So this is what I'm talking about. I've gone ahead to secure the upper part where the stripe passed through. I have shaped the front and back gown. I've shaped it. I'm only taking this sleeve to attach in it. Okay, I'll take the sleeve and attach on the gown. Now this is the slit opening that has a pocket by the side. One of the slit opening, I have this Ankara for the design. Unfold is 3.5 inches. If you open it up, it's going to be 7 inches. Then the black long crepe you're looking at is 8 inches. Okay, I purposely, it's not that the Ankara is not supposed to be 8 inches, but because I don't have much Ankara, so I'm going to attach that black crepe on top of this Ankara, giving the Ankara 2 inches for the depth, attaching the crepe on top of the Ankara, giving the gap of about 2 inches. Make sure you hem your crepe while attaching it on the Ankara. So this is what I have after shaping the gown. You can see how beautiful it's looking. So now I'm going to be talking about using the side, the no, one part of the slit opening. If you're shaping, when you shape to where the length of your opening is, you stop. If your open is 25, you mark there. If you're shaping your gown, stop there. All right, so this is what I have. I've gone ahead to attach the Ankara slit pocket on one side, so I am going to be using one side to teach us how to achieve that slit opening. Now, to achieve the slit opening, if you measure from your shoulder, you come down with 22 inches. I have 22 inches while measuring from the shoulder, though from the down part, the length of the sleeve I'm working with is 25. Okay, or from where the slit started here that I'm touching up, measure upward with 9 inches or 9.5. I have 9 inches there. If I measure from that place down to where the slit opening started, I have 9.5 inches. So 9.5 inches plus the length of the slit opening that is on the, from there measure that 9.5 inches down to the length of the slit opening. I have up to about 30 something inches. I couldn't remember. So now what I'm going to do, I now know the length where the slit is going to be stopping. From the slit opening, I came up with 9 inches. So now what I'm going to be doing on this black crepe design, I'm going to measure from the upper part. I'll measure 9 inches and stop. That is where the slit opening starts. So from the down part of this black crepe, I am going to cut it open on opening. I'll cut it open on the center part of the fabric, as you can see me cutting it open. I don't know if you're getting this my explanation. I'll just slit it open like so and stop on the 9 inches I marked. Okay, so now what I have there on that black crepe, I added extra 2 inches allowance. After I'm getting the whole length of the slit, I add extra 2 inches allowance in case if it's not enough. Now what I'm going to do, how to attach this sleeve opening on the gown, bring your black crepe. So right side of your of your crepe, open that slit opening, the starting point of the slit opening, open it up, turn the back side of that gown of the slit opening, turn the back side, then bring your crepe, the right side of your crepe facing the wrong side of your gown. Make sure you know the allowance that is on that of your gown. You know that there's allowance you stitch, you stop on. So the allowance you have inside that your gown, go up a little bit and notch. Then bring the opening of that your slit, your black crepe, this the right side, place it on top of the wrong side of this Ankara on the slit opening. Notch, you notch the allowance, notch it, go up a little from the slit opening, go up a little and notch, so that you can be able to place that crepe, that black crepe on top of the Ankara there. So now, after pinning it, after opening the black crepe design, pin it up and start to stitch it. Right side of the crepe facing wrong side of the Ankara. Okay, so you stitch with the half inch. If you have half inch allowance on the inner part, stitch. If you have 1 inch allowance on the inner part, you stitch. So this is what I have after stitching the wrong side of the Ankara facing the right side of the crepe. Okay, so I use half an inch to stitch my hook, because that is what the allowance I am having there. I stitch it. So after stitching it up, the upper part, which is going to be the pocket side, is going to be facing the upper part of your gown. It's going to be on the part where the slit open is going to be. If you don't understand this my explanation, please make sure you rewatch this. If you did not notch a little bit on the inner part of that your allowance, if you didn't notch a little bit on that upper part where the slip opening starts, you cannot be able to turn this up. So after stitching, this is what I have. I'm just showing you in the back side of the gown. So I'm just going to bring the upper part of the design up and place it on the right side of the Ankara. Hope you understand right now. You bring it up, place it, making sure that you have marked the 9 inches. So that 9 inches you went up, make sure you mark it on your Ankara, so that if you flip this pocket up, while pinning it up, you know that the place you are pinning it will be the place you mark your 9 inches up. It's not a must it's going to be on that 9 inches. You can start where you normally put your pocket on your normal pocket gown. So you can go ahead and determine where you want to place your pocket. If you want to come down a little bit while placing this slit pocket opening, you come down a little bit and place it. Okay, so from the shoulder you can come down with 21.5 or 21 or even 22, but mine is 22 inches from the shoulder. But from the slit opening, I went upward with 9 inches. That is another beautiful way to achieve this. So I am pinning this up and hemming the side part of this black crepe. If I fold it up, I will support it with hemming gum. Guys, if you want to achieve the right stitching on this, if you hem your black crepe up, make sure you put your hemming gum, iron it down first before running a stitch on top of this crepe. So I'm going to fold these edges of the black crepe, then support it, put my hemming gum inside it. I'll take it to my ironing table and iron it. After ironing it, I'm going to stitch the two sides, leaving the upper part, which is the Ankara side, Ankara design, open for the pocket. So this side that is excess on the down part, I'll trim the black crepe out, then fold the black crepe inside this Ankara. So after achieving everything and ironing everything, this is what I have. You can see how beautiful this gown is looking. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and share our video. Bye for now.